This video is sponsored by Thrive Market. You will hear more about them later on in it. Hey guys, welcome back to another What I've Been Eating Lately video where I show you what I've been eating lately. In this video, I try a few recipes that I saw on the internet, aka on my Instagram Reels page. Instagram discovery page, because I've been wanting to do that more often. I think that's fun, and so feel free to send me any recipes that you see that you think I should try. The first thing that I'm making in this video is one of those. I saw a lot of people making this on Instagram or different variations of it. They call it a blush pasta. The recipe that I'm using was just a block of silken tofu, a jar of marinara sauce, and nutritional yeast. But I decided to add a few other things because I felt like, why not? You know, you're just throwing it all in the blender. Like, why wouldn't you just add a few more things, you know? So I also added some minced garlic. Yes, just the pre-minced garlic. Okay. I also added some pepper and salt. I had some rosemary salt, so I used that. And I also put in a little bit of Italian seasoning, Italian herbs mix, and then also some leftover cut up onion I had in the fridge. I was just, you know, putting in whatever sounded good, and I blended it up and it looked really good. It looked really creamy. It doesn't look like it has tofu in it or anything. It just looks like a creamy tomatoey pasta sauce. I'm cooking my noodles. I just used fusilli noodles, added them back to the pot with a little bit of olive oil. Just, I don't know, I felt like I wanted to add olive oil. When do you make pasta and you don't add a little bit of olive oil, you know? I guess there's olive oil in the marinara sauce, so maybe I didn't need to do that, but anyways, it was really good. And I also decided to add some spinach so that there'd be something green in there, but then I felt like it still wasn't enough vegetable, you know? I wanted to add another vegetable so there was more fiber and green in there. So I also steamed some frozen broccoli in my microwave steamer, just on the side, and I just added some olive oil and salt on the broccoli. And yeah, it was really good. I really recommend this. I really like this recipe. It's super easy. It'd be even easier if you use a hand blender in the pan. If you have a magic bullet or some sort of smaller blender and you want to make this, I guess you could just blend the silken tofu with a smaller amount of pasta sauce and then just add more pasta sauce directly to the pan with that, you know what I mean? Sometimes I struggle to figure out what kind of protein I want to add to a pasta dish. Not everything seems to go with it very well, you know? So this is really cool. You can add the protein extra sustenance straight into the sauce and you don't even know it's there because it's just a creamy sauce. And it also really makes me want to figure out or search for a recipe that is a mac and cheese sauce that uses silken tofu in it, because that would be cool. So let me know if you've ever seen one of those. Before we get on with the rest of the video, I want to take a quick minute to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Thrive Market. You may have been able to guess, as they've sponsored many of my videos, and I love them, and I love receiving orders from them, like this one right here, which I've actually already opened. Oopsies. If you've never heard of Thrive Market before from many of my previous videos, they are an online subscription-based grocery store that sells many things of wide variety, including home, beauty, hygiene, cleaning, pet stuff, but I pretty much only got food items today. I already have used the pasta and marinara sauce and one of the silken tofus. I got 2 silken tofus in the blush pasta that I made. I also got 1 box of chai. Yummy. I also got 2 cans of jackfruit because I've been seeing some jackfruit recipes that I really want to try out. Yes. Restock on the maple syrup. I got a good deal on this and the value size because maple syrup can be expensive. I didn't have any allspice and I have a bunch of empty seasoning containers that I've been keeping. So I'm I could fill one up with allspice. I'm so excited to open it up and sniff it. And then I also got a free gift of organic and gluten-free quick oats. I love this packaging so much. It makes me so happy. I love shopping from Thrive Market because they have a bunch of vegan stuff. They have a bunch of organic and health products, and I can order them from my phone. It helps me save an extra trip to the grocery store a lot of the time because I'll have to go to one store to get these things, one store to get these things. It helps out, especially during times like these, the holiday times. And they also just have a lot of good stuff on there. Speaking of efficiency, conveniency, saving time. You can also filter your searches on there with whatever kind of like values or dietary needs that you have. So like I can just click vegan. If I was gluten sensitive, I could click gluten free and vegan. Or, you know, if you want to only look at like organic items or whatever. I also really like how they have ratings and reviews for all of their products, and they're actually real. You know, I hate when like a website has reviews for their items, but like every single review is 5 stars, and you're like. I also love how they use recyclable and recycled packaging, and they have carbon neutral shipping, which also is free if you spend over $49. So if you want to join Thrive Market today and get 30% off your first order, as well as a free gift worth up to $60, you can go to thrivemarket.com/EmilyEwing or click the link down in the description below. And thank you to Thrive Market for sponsoring yet another one of my videos. Let's get back to said video. Hello? Why? Just like focus on anything ever, like please. Kimchi, are you focused on it? I don't know if you guys have seen it, but for the longest time I was seeing all these people make little ramen cups. They eat the noodles and then they have all this extra broth, you know, and it's really like salty, blah blah blah. And they crack an egg into it and then microwave it, and you have like a souffle egg or whatever, which like I've never had in my life, so I don't really know what that's like, but I can imagine. But I saw the Just Egg at the store the other day and I thought I should try it. What I have been doing is making like ramen cups, cup noodle. After I eat the noodles, then I put random veggies and spinach and tofu in the broth and then microwave it, and then you just have like a whole extra soup. I'm also gonna put some green onion in there and some spring mix, I think. Well, I've never microwaved this in any way, so I hope that you can do that. So yeah, I'm just gonna eat the noodles normal, straight out of there. No added anything. Oh, so good. It says 3 tablespoons is equivalent to an egg, so I'm gonna do 6 because I feel like the people would do like 2 eggs. Ooh, I really hope this turns out good. Stirring it up. Fun. Looks creamy. I don't know. Something's happening. It smells like egg. It smells like egg. Ew. Well, the eggs are egging. Well, it's just chunky. Like, I don't know. Man. I mean, was I like not supposed to stir it? I can't just not stir it though. You know, we just got an egg soup. Just a soup with egg chunk is in it, which I am totally fine with. Like, this is gonna be delicious. Well, I was gonna put some cheese in there. Is that crazy? Green onion in there. Arugula and spinach for some green. It's still so hot. It's really hot. But this is fun. I would recommend this. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was my pantry situation. How it's very overflowing and unorganized. I was living alone for a while, and then my roommate moved back in recently and obviously brought pantry items. And then also my brother and sister-in-law moved recently and left me a bunch of stuff that they didn't want to take, which is all great. Like, I love an abundance of food, but I have a lot of repeats of things, and also just I was in desperate need of organizing things. But then I also at the same time have overflowing shelves of empty jars that I've upcycled. I used a lot of them as like my cups. So I was like, let's tackle these 2 tasks at once and organize things with jars. I always love how pantries look when they have stuff in jars. I feel like you can see everything well and it encourages you to use stuff. Yeah, as you can see, I had several bags of chia seeds. Even after I started organizing the chia seeds, I found another bag and then later another bag that I didn't even film that one because I was just like done with it. I guess everyone has chia seeds. Everyone's gonna have a bag of chia seeds, you know? So I was just putting stuff in there randomly at first, and then I decided to kind of like organize into category. The shelves are like categories, you know? So the bottom shelf is just like condiments and like nut butters or seed butters or whatever, and then I also just put the oats there because there's a spot. And then the middle shelf I wanted to be like nuts and seeds, and then the top shelf I decided to make that just like other. And this whole cupboard is just kind of like healthy ingredients, things I use for making oatmeal or smoothies or whatever. It's like pantry dry ingredients that aren't necessarily like cooking stuff, you know? It's like stuff that I'd make oatmeal with or a healthy snack. I don't know. You get it, right? You get it. Sometimes not everything can be clear. And then this is me just putting my quick oats in a jar. They didn't fit in the first one, so I had to move them to the other one. And I am writing expiration dates on the jars because you need that. I also wrote it in like several places because sometimes they can get rubbed off, and so then I figure if I write it in like 4 different spots, hopefully they won't all rub off, you know? And this is me making my oatmeal, my mini oats with like some stuff from the cupboard that I was just talking about. And already, like this is like the day after I started putting stuff in jars, like I'm already feeling that it's like motivating me to use this stuff. I don't know, just like a lot of that stuff has been sitting in there for a while now. I don't know how long, but I just keep forgetting about it because I don't really see it, you know? I see the bag, but I don't like register it. They're all just like kind of crushed on top of each other, like smushed on top of each other in there. So, you know, you forget what's in there. But I feel like when they're in jars, I can see them better, but also it just looks cute and it feels aspirational. It makes me want to like use these healthy ingredients and like make stuff with it, you know? I don't know. Okay, so I don't know about this angle, but my phone won't stay up. Okay, some years ago I got my mom this hangry jar because she gets hangry. It was like a haha, but also like really use this so you don't get mad at me. And I filled it with like snacks. I filled it with, actually I think I made her like Russian tea cakes or something and then filled it up, and then the next year I just bought like a bunch of trail mix and filled it up so she could like take it to work with her. You know, I don't usually buy like the kitchen things that have like funny phrases on them or like words on them, like love, family, blah, blah, blah. But this was just like funny, you know, because it reminded me of her. Anyway, so I wanted to make a trail mix this year. During the holidays, we get like so many treats and like sweets and you end up with too many sweets and you don't want to eat them because you feel sick, blah, blah, blah. So she like wants more like snack foods, you know, or something, you know, more functional. What I wanted to do instead of like buying bags of trail mix because it's expensive. Well, if you wanted to do it more like eco way, obviously you could use the bulk section and get like bulk nuts that you like and dried fruit or chocolate or whatever, but I wanted to make it cheaper because I wanted to make a lot. So I went to Grocery Outlet and they always have like random nuts and dried fruit and stuff for cheaper. So starting off strong, I got a big bag of raisins. You know, I know a lot of people don't like raisins, but like raisins in a trail mix are really good. Raisins with like almonds and chocolate is really good. So I also got some banana chips. I'm glad I asked her how she felt about them before I actually made this because she said to just put like a little bit because she doesn't know if she likes it. But I thought, you know, it might give like a different texture in there from the rest of the stuff. I got some pumpkin seeds. These are roasted and salted. This is fancy unsalted mixed nuts. roasted and unsalted almonds. I wouldn't advise to get like all salted nuts. Like I tried to get unsalted so that it didn't just end up being super salty in there. I also was hoping to get chocolate chips at Grocery Outlet for a good price, because chocolate chips, vegan chocolate chips, I feel like they're so expensive nowadays. I don't know, like maybe I just never paid attention to it before. But I ended up getting some in the Sprouts bulk section, and they're not in like a jar or anything, they're just in a plastic bag, because I didn't plan on getting them when I went to Sprouts. I just ended up seeing them and they were a good price. They're just semi-sweet chocolate chips. If you wanted to be like more healthy, you could get dark chocolate chips, but they only had semi-sweet, and I didn't feel like getting like dark chocolate bars and like cutting them up or whatever. And I'm gonna do it in a bowl so that I can kind of see how the ratio is looking. Oh yeah, also another thing that would have been good, and especially if you're trying to make it cheaper, because yeah, nuts, seeds, dried fruit can all be expensive, pretzels would also be good. I think one year I also put some like cereal in it, like some like hard cereal that wouldn't just like fall apart, you know? So I don't know, I'm just gonna put some layers of everything in. But yeah, if you do it this way, and you can find things like on sale, I feel like it's a lot cheaper than buying trail mix, because trail mix is really expensive. And then you can also customize it, which is obviously good. I'm gonna try one of these. Oh, you can't even see this. This has cashews, almonds, hazelnuts, pistachios, peanuts. Oh yeah, peanuts. Oh man, I could have got some peanuts to put in there. Peanuts are cheaper. Almonds, chocolate chips, more pumpkin seeds. This is fun. I'm gonna run out of nuts definitely before other things. Woo, yeah, all right. You see that? You seeing this? Are you seeing this? I wish I could, yeah. Look at that. Very exciting, isn't it? Oh, I'm gonna see what it's like to scoop myself just a random little scoop, you know? Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's good. I've been thinking about lately, look at this scoop also, it's so cute. I've been thinking about lately, you know, like, I'm sure a lot of you have people in your family who have like a thing that they make every year, you know, and they like deliver little baggies of it to the relatives or the neighbors. I want to start doing something like that because that's fun. But I'm like, what would my thing be? I don't really want to add to just the sweets that everyone is getting constantly during the holidays, and I feel like I just hear it so much from people, like, oh, I have way too many sweets at home, like, oh, I can't take that, I have way too many sweets at home, stressing over not being able to finish all the sweets that they have. So I'm like, if I make something like for people, it's not going to be a sweet thing, because I just, yeah, it's got to be something like more functional, or like, you know, I like when people make like, they give like jam out, people will make like a infused liquor, something that like lasts longer, can bring you joy throughout the year. Oh shoot, I can't even fit her little scoop in anymore. But I'm gonna fill up around the scoop. Look at that, fun. It would be cool to have my thing be like trail mix or something. And I feel like that's so, oh, the vegan of the family made everyone trail mix, ha ha ha. But like also, you would appreciate it if you got it. It'd be like good trail mix, okay? Anyways, yeah, this is the thing. Should I just make a bunch more right now? I can just finish off the like nuts and seeds. And I still have this much, I still have so many raisins. I'm gonna have to make oatmeal raisin cookies or something. And then I have like half a bag of banana chips. The nuts are done, the seeds are done. And still a good amount of chocolate chips, like maybe half as much chocolate chips. Woo! Oh, I could just fill back up this bag. Oh, I just got like nut dust in my eye. Nut dust. Full bag, that's a big bag. This is a 16-ounce bag. This bag, which is 3/4 full. Merry Christmas. And then the last thing for this video is this Morningstar Eggo chicken waffle sandwich that actually my mom found and bought for me. I think I had seen this before, but I just assumed that it wasn't vegan because it was Eggo, and I didn't think that Eggo had ever made a vegan waffle before, so I just thought it was one of those, like, you know, things that they market as plant-based, but it's not really vegan, it's just vegetarian, you know? Anyways, so yeah, I was really excited about it, and it looked really good. I mean, they're a lot smaller than I thought they would be, and it looked really good. I like how the ingredients were already kind of like easy to separate right after you take it out of the freezer, like they're not all stuck together. So if you want to like microwave the chicken longer than the waffle, you can. Which is what I should have done, but I didn't do that. They had microwave directions and oven directions, but I really wanted to air fry it, but I didn't want to air fry it the whole way because I feel like that would just make it like too crunchy and dry, you know? So I decided to microwave it for a minute and then air fry it until it felt done, you know? And it didn't go too well, but anyways, I'm making like a sauce because I also realized that it seems kind of dry. Maybe I could make like a spicy maple mayo to put on the sandwich. So yeah, I used some maple syrup and buffalo sauce. I don't think buffalo sauce was the right thing to use. I don't know, I just grabbed it, but maybe I should just use regular hot sauce. Yeah, so I did burn my waffle a bit for sure. It was still really good. Okay, so it was looking fine. Like I looked at it and it was like the chicken was still kind of cold, so I was like, oh, I'll put it in for 2 more minutes. The waffle was like soft. It was still like really soft, so I just left it in there with it. And then it was burnt. So oopsies, maybe be careful with this. But, you know, it was still really good. I also dipped it in more maple syrup because I think I expected the sandwich to be like really sweet, but it actually wasn't that sweet. And I like maple syrup. So anyways, the chicken was also good. Not like super amazing, but I thought the texture was really good, and I liked how big of a little patty it was in there. I thought it was a good ratio of like waffle to chicken, in my opinion. But anyways, that's it for this video. Also, again, thank you to Thrive Market for sponsoring this video. If you want to join Thrive Market today, you can get 30% off your first order and a free gift worth up to $60. And thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for watching me in general in the year of 2022. I guess this is my last video. Kind of makes me wish that it was something more, you know, something more special. Also sorry for the lack of Christmas content. That is my bad. I'm horrible at planning. And this Christmas season, honestly, was it felt very non-Christmassy for me. So I think I just kept forgetting that it was Christmas, to be honest. But anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to the videos that I will create in the next year. I really want to get my shit together and have a good schedule and make a lot of content that I've been wanting to make for a while. Like, just get on it, you know? Anyways, I hope everyone had a great holiday season, whatever you guys are celebrating or not celebrating, and I will see you in the next one and in the next year. See you next year. Woo, yeah.